Sao cậu không chịu mở lòng với tớ? Tớ mở rồi đây. Cậu mở cái gì cơ? Tớ mở ngân hàng. Để anh kéo em đi. Chào mừng bạn đã đến ngân hàng Đông Tây Nam Bắc.
DTNB Bank is a newly established financial institution that is steadily making its mark in the banking industry. With a modern vision and a sustainable development strategy, DTNB is on a strong growth. Behind the bank's success is a highly talented CEO, Hoàng Ngọc Phương Vân, a well-esteemed figure whose sharp mindset and outstanding leadership skills shine through. Supporting the executive team is a powerful and responsible group of branch managers. Phạm Thừa Phấn, manager of Quảng Ninh branch. Nguyễn Phương Đông Ý, manager of Hải Phòng branch. Lee Ngọc Peach, manager of Hồ Chí Minh branch. And Hoàng Thị Cục Tác, manager of Hà Nội branch. All are exceptional individuals who bring youthful energy and professionalism in every aspect of their leadership. DTNB Bank, guiding your finances in every direction.
Let's take a look at our ERD, which is built with 19 tiny integrated and logically structured tables. We have organized the system into 3 key subsystems. First, we have the customer system, which contains the customer accounts table, which serves as the central hub connecting to the other systems. Next, we have the transaction system. This handles all transactions and incorporates robust fraud detection mechanisms. Last, we have the internal system. This covers employees and branches. We have tried to utilize most of the knowledge in MySQL, combined to each other to operate many complex functions. Let's go through our ID automational settings for customer accounts, employees, and transactions. This ensures the security of the bank. You can see our results throughout on this video. Next is about the customer accounts. We keep going with the automation to insert data when making accounts. So, when a customer creates an account, it will automatically be placed in its account type tables to avoid any missings. We also have a function for the double bookkeeping principle. As its name, when there is a debit to an account in our bank, there should be a credit too. And it cannot be missed, the function of updating balance after transactions. Here is our use of these triggers and procedures. Last is our fraud detection mechanism, with the 2 fraud patterns, but really many triggers, along with the procedures and events. Our step is to detect. Next step is to update the severity level. Let's come with me to see the example. I have run on the checking code in one tab. It is brand new, and now we can see how our magic works. Now let's select from customer. We can see the auto-generated ID of Mr. John here. This about automatically insert subtype account tables. We only add the data into the parent table, customer accounts, not the subtype tables. But when we select from the subtype table of him, he has his saving accounts now. Okay? Come with me and take this transaction error. First, about amount spike fraud pattern. We have a lot of transactions here, all from an account, and we have calculated its average per year, about 1.4 million. And suddenly, a lot of transaction appears with a lot of money, and it will be flagged as a fraud pattern. And when we take the suspicion, is about the ID one. We can see the suspicion here, and the severity level that will be automatically divided. Next, and similarly, we have the dormant account activity here with the ID 2. Now, let's take the transaction system with me. We have to take the balance calculation and double bookkeeping entry. Firstly, let's take the balance of both accounts. Check account here, the balance with the last digit is 1, and saving account with the last digit is 9. And when we only transfer from the saving account to take account, we can see The balance have changed up to 2 and down to 0. Here, okay. And when we see the transaction, we can see the credit account here too.
Welcome to DTNB Bank Đông Tây Nam Bắc, where your financial journey is guided in every direction with the guiding principle of guiding your finances in every direction. We are committed to being your trusted partner at every step of your financial path. Inspired by the image of a compass arrow, our logo symbolize iconic design and a forward-looking vision. Whether you are planning for the future, expanding your business, or managing daily finances, DTNB Bank offers smart, reliable, and modern solutions tailored to your needs. We believe that great banking is clear, elegant, and always aligned with your goal. Present our application from the perspective of different user roles within the bank, namely auditor, teller, manager, and CEO. Each role has specific access rights and functionalities tailored to their responsibility in the banking system. First, we're looking at auditor had access to transaction history and suspicious activity monitoring and the reports. When we access the system as an auditor, I am granted access to the transaction history section. To load the transaction screen, we first press the reload button located on the right side of the screen. This will display all transaction-related information sorted by transaction time with the most recent one appearing at the top. There are two main functions here. The first one is search transaction. We started by enter the transaction we want to search for, then click the search button. So the related information will appear above. When we're done searching, we can close it, and then move on to the add transaction function. Here we can input transfer detail. For example, I will enter the TRF. So a message will pop up saying transaction added successfully, and we will see our transaction appear on the screen with the status of success. Now I will try entering a similar transaction for demonstration purpose, but this time will a larger amount to test if the system can handle or if it triggers an error. So change a little bit here. So even though the transaction added successfully, but it will not be processed because it triggers an error. Limit 002, which is the user has exceeded the transfer limit. This error will be displayed directly on the screen and will in the database. When I access the system as an auditor, I can also monitor accounts involved in suspicious activities. In the section below, there's a table dedicated to suspicious activity monitoring. This table displays all accounts flagged by potentially fraudulent behavior, categorized by risk level from low to high, along with the related transaction that triggered the alert. There's a search bar available, allowing us to search based on fraud level, account name, or the corresponding transaction ID. And at the top, there's an overview panel showing suspicious activity across the entire system, and it lists associated risk level, high risk, medium risk, and low risk. And the plus sign below represents the newly detected suspicious accounts identified today. So let's move to teller function.
Hello everyone, I will quickly walk you through the report features when using the app as accountant or auditor. Once you log in and click on reports, you will see the five types of reports. 1. All transaction history report. 2. Brand transaction report. 3. Suspicious transaction report. 4. Customer summary by branch report. 5. Accountant summary report. Okay, as an accountant, you will access all 5. Let's try the all transaction history report. You simply enter the start date, and the end date. For example, from January 1st, 2021 to January 1st, 2025, and then click Generate Report. The system shows a list of past transactions with transaction IDs, time, amount, type, and branch. You can see the quick start like total number of transactions, biggest or smallest, or average value. You can export the report as a PDF or close it to returns. Now let's check the branch transaction report. Enter the branch ID, choose your date range, and hit the generate. The report lists all transactions in that branch like that, and in the green for deposit and red for withdrawal. Other reports work similarly. Just enter and require filter and then click generate. If there's no data, the report will be blank. That's the end of the report features for the accounting role. Welcome, you are logged in as a teller in our banking applications. From the left sidebar, you will see the four main functions: customer, transactions, report, and submissions. Let's start with customer. Here, you can see a list of all customers. To more details, simply click on a customer. Information like gender, age, phone number, address, and their accounts will show on the right. For example, Lê Văn Cường has one checking account. Trần Thị Bích owns both a checking account and saving account. You can also search by name. Let's say you search for Hoàng Thị Thanh Nhàn. The system will show her, and clicking her name reveal full details on the right. There's a Show Table button at the bottom to display all customers in a full table, including ID, name, phone number, emails, etc., which click Close to exit the table. If we need to edit the customer information, use the Edit Customer button. Okay. Next, as a teller, you have a limited access. You can only view account summary report, and the two main functions like transaction and submissions. It works the same ways as in the auditor's roles. And that's a quick overview of teller features.
Next, let's move on to the manager screen. As you can see, the manager has all the same functionalities as the teller, but with one key difference: the manager can access the employee management system of their own branch. Here. The app will take the branch ID of the currently logged-in manager and displays a list of employees working in that same branch. And here we have a search bar that allows the manager to quickly look up a specific employee. Let me just take a quick example here, just a random name. When we click on an employee, their full personalities information is displayed on the screen. Here is a sex, DOB, phone, address, join date, email, position, and branch. And if you want to have a complete overview of the employee list, we can click the Show Table button here. And in this example, they are all in branch Hanoi. Okay. And we can also update an employee's information using the Edit Employee button. Moreover, unlike regular tellers, managers have access to 4 out of the 5 available reports in the system. The CEO screen. As the highest authority in the system, the CEO has all the same functionalities as the manager. However, the difference is that the CEO has access to the employee information across the entire banking system, not just a single branch. As you can see here, when we click the Show Table button, the information of employees from all branches will appear. Here we have Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, etc. Okay. The CEO can edit any employee's information if needed when we click the Edit button. And CEO also has full access to all reports available, just like the auditor. So that is the CEO screen.
Guiding your finances in every direction. Yay!
Đang chuẩn bị quay cái phần cuối cùng về phần nhân viên. Rồi, sẵn sàng chưa?